Hello, Elaine here. We're going to do a week ahead reading for March 2nd to the 9th, or is it the 3rd? Whatever. This first week of March is what I'm really trying to focus on up until the 9th, and we are in Pisces season. I pulled the Pisces card because I wanted to show it. I got this lovely deck that I've been enjoying, and I'm trying to work with it more. So I did pull that card, and I honestly just thought, if you follow me, this is going to be a different reading than normal. So this is the energy for. I just had an intention of is it going to what do we need to focus on for this Pisces season this first week? We do have a new moon today in Pisces. I am filming this on the new moon. And, with new moons, we set intentions. And I just feel like it's interesting because I shuffled the cards and pulled the Pluto card out of the astrology oracle deck, the Eight of Coins astrology oracle deck, and Pluto came up. And we Pluto is in Aquarius right now, and I just feel like there is shifting of foundations. And I was also, if you watch the new moon video, I talked about um Pisces being the 12th house, and basically that's like an end of the energetic new year. Or sorry, I keep saying new year, but end of the energetic year, and then a start of a new cycle, new energetic new year coming in with Aries. And I just keep feeling like there's lessons that we have and lessons that we have gone through that we are going to have to apply, and then new lessons that are coming in. And the do the work card, I pulled that for everyone. So these cards are for all signs, and it just feels like if there has been something repeatedly coming up for you, it is time to handle it. I also understand not wanting to handle it because we always have a lot of work to do. But this is like time. It's time. Close it out for this year and start something new, especially since Pluto is in Aquarius, and this is all about the change and breaking down and releasing old, outdated ideas, outdated structures, outdated thinking, and really bringing in the new ideas. And community is coming to mind, and also the idea of being supportive and helpful to others and innovative, and creativity is coming to mind too. Like, just because we did this way for so many times doesn't mean that we have to continue. We do have to refresh and innovate, still honor the past and learn from it, and move forward into the future. So that's kind of the energy that I am getting. I am going to break it down. You can hit the timestamps below for cardinal signs, fixed signs, and mutable signs, and we'll go through this week's energy. So go ahead and hit those. Thank you very much, and I'll see you there. All right, our cardinal signs. Welcome. We have Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn. I did pull these cards out for us to have that energy, and I just shuffled and got take a step back and the preserve card. I'm going to continue to shuffle, and we're going to pull out some obstacles and then possible solutions. So we're pulling obstacles right now. Oh, okay. See if anything else wants to come out. Okay, we're gonna just make some room, and then we'll pull some possible solutions. And this is for the first week of March for Pisces season. See if anything else wants to come out. And then we'll start going through these cards. Sometimes I don't I pre-shuffle and pull cards just to save time for the video's sake, but I've been feeling called to start pulling cards while we're recording. So, all right, let me just adjust so we can hopefully see everything. Okay, so we do get quite a bit of cards. Let me do this. Those are all. Let's see if I can fix this a little bit. Okay, we're just going to do that. All right. So our cardinal signs. So the first thing I was drawn to was the take a step back. And I feel like what's coming to mind is Mars station direct, and it's coming out of its retrograde. And I feel like there may be a wanting to jump forward quickly. And I think this is not quite the time. Venus will be retrograding soon. And I think, honestly, I just keep feeling like this is a closing of the cycle, and this is not something that you want to hurry up and jump ahead. Maybe use Aries season to do that, or later in the month. This doesn't feel like the right time. So just be aware of that. But I mean, use your own intuition, your own inner compass, your own guidance, and do what you feel called to do. Because I feel like there is a lot happening, especially with these solution cards. But with that being said, it just feels like jumping the gun too early. That is what I'm feeling like. So if there's something that you feel like you absolutely need to hurry up and jump on, just pause, take a step, fill it out, run it through your systems, however you make decisions, and then go from there. Before you just jump ahead without looking. The preserve security, forethought, and thrift. So I feel like why you might jump is because of a security, like a foundational thing. Money is coming to mind. I think money has been on a lot of people's minds recently. Just trying to make sure that we have enough, or we can provide for ourselves and our families. And maybe that is an issue as to why you would jump, but just be mindful of that, and maybe make sure there is security here before jumping, or maybe this is the reason to take the step back and to look there. I'm also being drawn to do the work, and I feel like there may be something of a balance or lesson there, so just be aware of that. So let's go into the obstacle cards. I am being drawn to the King of Pentacles, which is a foundations card. Pentacles do represent earthly wares, earthly goods. It is often money, so maybe there is something there. And I also feel like there might be something that needs to be released there, especially with this Nine of Pentacles, and in reverse, kind of like a scarcity mindset that may, you know, if I just keep feeling like holding on too tight, and it's time to release that and not be so worried. I mean, it feels like being thoughtful, and I guess reserved is the right word, is where you are, it feels like doing the work, but you're not seeing the results yet. And so I feel like that is also making you feel a little like worried or insecure, or like, when's it going to come? And I feel like there is a pause, and I am coming to the judgment card for that. I feel like there is a release, and that it is in the solutions section of that. Whatever you think is holding you back, you need to loosen up a little bit on that. um Hopefully that makes sense, but there's something you're holding on to. And maybe with this new moon, you set that intention to release that, to welcome in something new, or to focus on your new intention. I am being drawn to the Chariot card, which is also in the solutions area. So it's kind of like, maybe what you think you were doing was right. um you got to kind of release that and take the step back to see a larger perspective and move forward on it. And I feel like that may be what you need, or it just might be that little shift that you need to do in order for it to click into place with the Six of Wands. I feel the Six of Wands and the Queen of Wands energy. Both are fire, passion, and just like, I don't know, I feel like having that light your way. You know, what you, with creativity and passion versus logical thinking and mind, because sometimes our minds can play tricks on us. Support system is also needed. I'm being drawn to these two cards, the Three of Cups and the Four of Cups, and this is in the obstacles. And I feel like definitely having a community, and the you know celebrating life, enjoying life is coming to mind, and not holding yourself back because you think you are in this lack, or not quite where you need to. You do have to celebrate all of those little moments and enjoy them. um and it just feels like this this might be a week of up and down for you, um of and trying to find that balance between what you want to move forward on, and what are you trying to carry that you cannot carry anymore. Because I feel like that is an important piece of this, is really figuring out what are you dragging along that you need to let go, because it's not letting you move forward. And with that being said, I feel like I'm finally drawn to the Ace of Pentacles, and I feel like that will be the growth, that will be the thing that helps you realize that um, you can move forward and start to grow, or you've done the work and you haven't trusted it to come in when you thought it was going to, and now it's starting to finally click. And I feel like this might be an up and down week. We have them, but you got this. um we all have up and down weeks, but you also have to focus on the good parts, you know, because that's what gets us through these. I'm going to take a few breaths and see if I am drawn to anything else. Um, for some reason, the Libra and the Cancer is really, cards are really focusing on. And then the Aries card. And you know what I want to say with this is, again, the balance, and then self-care with the Cancer card. And I feel like there is, when it is time, you'll have you'll have the green light. That's kind of what is coming to mind. uh and I feel like also with this King of Pentacles, and I think I said it in the new moon, where it's like this is a King of Pentacles and not quite the Aries. Well, sure, Aries. It's not quite Emperor energy yet, and it's the building. And I feel like maybe with Mars going direct and moving out of Cancer, it will still be in Cancer for a little bit, that you'll start having clarity and being able to really initiate what you want. So maybe that's why we're on that pause part, because you're still kind of feeling that Cancer energy, and feeling Mars is not quite at home in Cancer. And I don't remember if it's the fall, or it's just not a, we're Cancer. Sorry, Cancer kind of likes to be mothering and caring, and where Mars wants to go initiate and do. And they also always say go to war, and it's a warrior. So that might be the feeling that you're feeling too. Okay, well, thank you, my lovely cardinal signs. I hope to see you next week. Please like, share, subscribe if you like my content. Thank you. All right, fixed signs. We have Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius here. And so I pulled the power and intention card and the potion card, and then I am right now pulling our possible obstacles, and we're going to then move on to our solutions. I did manually pull these ones from the deck versus shuffling. I did shuffle and have those come out. But this is to focus our energy, and I am going to shuffle, and I thought I saw a card flip over. There we go. And then now we're going to move on to our solutions. Does anything else want to come out? All right, we'll actually take those. Alrighty, let's look at what we got. Okay, so fixed signs. So immediately with the power and intention card, that always reminds me of Aries Emperor energy. And then we have the potion card, which is invigoration and empowerment. So I definitely feel like there is something about stepping into your power, and I am drawn back to the work card that we initially pulled for everyone. And I feel like this is something that has been in the works, and maybe something you've been avoiding, which I definitely know I am good at doing sometimes. And, being empowered, embodying. I'm also, the invigoration makes me feel like where I've put sometimes like I put stuff off, and then when I'm ready to deal with it, I deal with it. And I start to feel like, well, why did I put this off so long when I could just get it done? And I get it done in a matter of no time, and it took me more time avoiding it. So just be aware of that. um I also feel like I'm drawn to the Pluto card, and I feel like there is, that's interesting. I feel like there's a lot of lessons coming up for us, and I'm not saying this to be negative or to scare you, but I really feel like this time in with Pluto in Aquarius will focus on these, especially if this is your sun, moon, or rising, which sometimes are all three. Um, is something where it's like I actually feel like it will be an epic time of growth, and we might be getting a taste of it this week. Or like where you think you're stepping into your power, but really what over the next few years will be a major growth. And to not scare and not to back down, but to continue to change and grow with it. I am being drawn with to the Three of Swords with this, and I feel like there is also going to be a release of this grief, this what is coming to mind is where there's an ending and a beginning. This I feel like a shift of life where you can't continue on doing the same things that you're doing, and you have to start shifting. And then as you start to shift, you see things falling away, um, and grieving those things. That is perfectly healthy to grieve the old life, but not to get stuck in there. And I'm actually getting drawn to the world card, and it just feels like, knowing that something is complete and releasing. Um, these are the obstacles, and closing out and grieving a cycle, grieving anything is hard. Letting go is hard, especially when you've worked on something for so long and think it, I thought it would always be like this, but it doesn't. Things change, and this is like a shifting. And I feel like with the Eight of Pentacles, I feel like we've mastered a lot of things and we've grown a lot, but this is still a growth phase. And I feel like a resistance to it because it's like I've grown for X amount of years. I'm kind of tired. Um, but I feel like there is something there with continuing to grow, continuing to learn, and not resisting that. The stars card is drawing my attention as well. And that is all about hope and renewal. And that is the Aquarius card. And, what is coming to mind is innovation. And it goes along with that of releasing what is stagnant, releasing what is not working for us, releasing that mundane is coming to mind of that I'm just going to hold this line here, but really releasing that, and then stepping forward and being empowered and moving into that power versus just being like, I'm just going to hold this line right here because I'm kind of tired, you know. I do think there is a balance there, especially with the strength card saying like you do have to be gentle with yourself, but you also have to, flex sometimes and move into that power. And it just feels like this is I want to say kind of what's holding you back or like slowing you down a little bit. So I'm not saying to do this. This is like a whole uh this is not like something that will happen this week, but I feel like we will feel this energy and it will slowly trickle and slowly break down and slowly move through us over time. So I feel like this is a taste of us stepping into what we really, setting those intentions and stepping into what we really want and what we really see for ourselves. So let's move to the solutions card, and I'm actually drawn to the Ace of Cups. And I feel like there is also, uh, filling your cup and really like that self care, that self love, focusing on that. Whatever you need is important. Taking care of your emotions and, allowing yourself to process them and feel them and not getting, I'm drawn to the Page of Cups. Pages are usually messengers, and it just feels like, um, not getting stuck in them, and not I what actually wants to come to mind right now is low vibe. Like, don't get stuck in those low vibe emotions. Um, and to really, like, if there is something there, to examine it and then to use those to move forward. The Queen of Wands is the next card I am drawn to, which is really like, I feel like following your passions, and I'm being drawn back to the Ace of Cups. And I also want to say, like, the creativity and following what is, I don't know if there's like, if you need to make time to be creative or time to follow the passions or to fill your own cup, but to do that. And the Four of Cups is the final thing that I am being drawn to. And it feels like, actually, what I feel like is, if you focus on this part of the card, she's very bored. And I feel like this is the day to day that we get stuck in. But there's a good portion that happens that we don't always, we don't always, I almost said we don't always appreciate, but it's like those good things, we don't put the major focus on. We put the major focus on, oh, I gotta get up and da 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 da. But really put the focus on this portion, because this is what we live for, that passion, that love, that excitement, that this really wonderful thing happened to me today, blah 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 blah. It's, which I don't mean to say blah 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 blah, but I can't think of anything at the moment. But see, that's what I'm meaning, is we focus on that versus this. And I feel like, I think I said that in the Cardinal Signs too. I don't quite remember, but I feel like that is what we're going to have to focus on, is these good things, the good things that happen. Um, you know, and really, I'm actually being drawn back to this and going back to the invigoration. And when you're feeling like this, it's very hard to be invigorated. Um, but when you're feeling this more, it's a lot easier. And so that's just a reminder. And I can take that too, because, I get stuck in the day to day too. And I try to release it and move forward. But, I'm human. It happens. And it's one of our things we have to work through. Okay, so let me see if there is anything else that I am drawn to. Um, okay, so the grief card is coming up again, the Three of Swords. And I do want to say, with the new moon, which is today, which you still have time to work with it, release what you want to, or what you can. Start moving through those and really calling in. And I even want to say with this strength card, be gentle with yourself. Um, and I'm also being drawn to the potion card, and I feel like it's important to also process these energies and to also use them, use them, transmute them, become something more than what they were. Uh, Emotions are energies, and it is important for us to really use them and not to have them get stuck in our bodies, which I didn't think I was going to go there, but gentle movement if you need it. If it's called for, walking, uh, exercise sounds like a good thing to do, which I need to do as well. So let me just look and see. And the Eight of Pentacles, for some reason, I'm also being drawn to say like mastery comes over time, and our lives are part of our time here, and this we do have a lot of time to master stuff. And so don't I feel like it's not a rush. Plus, Pluto is going to be in Aquarius for quite a few years. Okay. All right. My beautiful fixed signs. I am feeling complete with this reading. Thank you guys. If you do enjoy my content, please like, share, subscribe, all those good things. And thank you. Okay. We got our mutable signs, Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces. These are the cards that I pulled from the beginning, and then I physically picked the Gemini, Virgo, and Sagittarius and Pisces cards out so we can have the energy. And then I just shuffled for the compassion and the cauldron card. And I am going to pull our obstacles and our possible solutions. That one feels like it wants to come out. I don't always shuffle on camera because I want to kind of keep the videos short, but we do what we do. Okay, so we're pulling obstacles right now, and then we're going to pull solutions. Scoot those over. Take those ones. All right, I'll go ahead and take those. All right, so we got a lot of cards. I might have to double up. All right, we'll make it work. Okay, so the first card I pulled was the compassion card. And what I just thought was, there is a lot of energy, a lot of movement. This new moon is in Pisces, which is a mutable sign. And I feel like there is just a lot going on. So, with that being said, being compassionate with yourself, being compassionate with others, that is important for this week. We also have the cauldron, which is creation, opportunity, and caring. And, with these together, I just feel like there is a need for, like, well, I think I said self care for everyone. But also some mental relaxation. I don't know why that's coming up, but to quiet the mind a little bit and to take some time and take a break and allow opportunities, care for yourself. Also, creativity, cooking is also coming to mind. It is a cauldron, and just doing that soothing. So let's move into, let me just look at everything real quick. I am being pulled to the Pluto card. So I feel like, and the do the work card, I feel like, I actually feel kind of like a tug of war happening here. So maybe that's kind of how this week will energy will feel for you, where I feel like I have so much to do, but I also need to take care of myself. I have so much to do, I also have to take care of myself, and I just feel like there's kind of a tug of war here. And so just be mindful of that. I do want to say that there is a need for balance, and you know, we do have to take care of ourselves, and we do have to do the work. And it's not going to be a straight line. We will have ups and downs, we will have ebbs and flows, and to just honor those. So if you feel very creative, very passionate, very, I'm just going to get everything done today, follow it. If you feel like I need a break, I need to rest, I need this, follow that. It's just that balance, in having, being able to do both. And when you're working, not beating yourself up for not caring for yourself, and when you're resting, not beating yourself up for not doing the work. So those feel important. As for obstacles, okay, so I'm immediately drawn to the Nine of Swords, and this is all about anxiety, stress, mental fatigue. And I just feel like that is part of this, of the rest and taking care of yourself. And then we have the Page of Cups reversed. And what actually is coming to mind with this is like not sweating the small stuff. There is sometimes a bigger picture, and we get tangled up in the details of the little things. And I'm not, the little things are important, the details are important, but letting them hold you down is, you got to find that balance. And then the Four of Pentacles, I feel like there is a little bit of scarcity where you feel like, or you feeling a lack or a protectiveness, and just realize that you do have to let go of some of that. Um, Mindfulness is coming to mind. And what else do I feel? I feel, actually with the Ten of Pentacles, I feel like there is because I'm feeling my root chakra activate, and I feel like there is something with either stability or family, that may be an issue this week. And that might also be part of, I'm being drawn to the cauldron, so carrying, um, I don't know what an opportunity might be. Maybe a family member will help you out, and creation. Or okay, so let's go to our possible solutions. So we do have the wheel, and I feel like this is a closing out of a cycle. The wheel is usually karmic, changes. Fortune is the what comes to mind. But I also am thinking about Pisces season, and it being the 12th sign of the zodiac, and basically the end of the astrological year. And I want to say, oh, one, I'm being drawn to Sagittarius, but also Jupiter. There may be something with Jupiter going into Gemini. I don't know where I'm getting this feeling from, but I feel like there is something like a clearing happening. And the Three of Wands makes me feel, actually, I'm being drawn to the 3 and the 7, and the 7 of Wands. Um, so we have 3, 7, 7. So with 3 of Wands, I feel like I actually want to go back to the wheel. I feel like there is a closing energetically and a building of momentum. And I feel like there has been some growth, and you have to be patient and compassionate with yourself. And I feel like the 7 of Wands is a resilience and I always look at this card and her solar plexus is lit up for me when I look at the card. And I just feel like a willpower, a willingness to continue and to hold your peace. So I don't know if something might, I feel like there may be like you feel like you need to jump now, but I think hold your ground, and build that momentum and then go when it's time. Because I feel like that's what this Chariot and this High Priestess is coming in to tell you, is like um the momentum is building, but you're not quite there yet. So hold your peace, take care of yourself, continue to grow, continue to do the work, give yourself compassion, and when it's time, you will know. The High Priestess is your intuition, the moon. Um, we have Cancer, which is ruled by the moon. You will feel it, and the movement will start to occur when it is time. So don't rush it. I feel like I think I said in the new moon that there it just feels like um, the closing and the beginning, and this might be all of Pisces season for you, but it maybe this week you'll start to feel it and it will slowly unravel. But I feel like there is definitely a need to not rush. I was drawn to the clock. It is 4:44 Pacific Standard Time, and that is actually the time that the new moon in Pisces. So for Pacific Standard Time, it's very interesting. I definitely feel like the gray areas, don't push it. Continue to close out what you need and what you need to, and moving forward on the things that you are working on, and releasing what is not, and taking care of yourself as you go. And I'm drawn back to these obstacle cards, and what I'm being drawn to actually say is like, give yourself that mental break, that physical break, that emotional break, and um, don't let yourself be one of the obstacles. Give yourself that compassion, that break, that love that is needed. I'm just going to look over the cards because I actually want to say that you're doing it. Just don't be too hard on yourself too. That was the next thing that came up. but I'm just going to look at the cards and make sure I don't feel anything else. I think that is everything. So thank you, my beautiful mutable signs. If you like my content, please like, share, subscribe, all those good things. And I hope you guys have a great week. If your birthday is in this Pisces seasons, happy birthday. Have a good one. Bye.